Christ.
Hello there.
Hi. How you doing today?
Why were you laughing? What's so fucking funny?
Nothing. Our green room is great. Everything is wonderful. We prepared beautifully for this show.
So you know, okay, Anthony, please explain what it is that you're talking about.
We have a guest, and 2 seconds before we go live, you pulled the guest up and you said, if I get bored with this conversation, I'm going to find a way to get out of it. So be ready for that.
I honestly thought, like you said, that was a dick move. I honestly thought that was classy, that I waited, that I didn't do it while we were recording.
It would have been funnier to do it while we were recording, but there is nothing about that that's classy. It's amazing that you would use the word classy.
I don't think you fully understand.
Oh,
I had two choices: either tell him while we were recording, or not tell him, or tell him while we weren't recording,
or just have a fucking conversation.
No,
the third choice is never an option. I love it.
And if we start having a conversation with him, and I get bored, I'm not. I don't want to spend my Monday night talking to somebody I don't want to talk to.
You're setting this guy up for failure. You know he's backstage listening, and you wonder why it never works when we have guests. This is amazing.
Okay, so I'm going to need you to lead the conversation because I'm already not interested.
We haven't even started it here. I'll try my hardest.
And you found out like 2 minutes ago that he was coming on, so.
Right. That's what makes it even better.
Okay. So did he send you the research? No.
No, I don't think so. Let me look.
He didn't. I'm already looking. He was supposed to send you his research for you to look at.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Alberta man.
Yo.
Where's the research?
I just sent it to Anthony on the Discord.
Hold on. Oh, this is amazing. I think this might be the best show yet.
So quit focusing on the negative. Well,
sorry.
Just make it a positive.
All right. Oh, God.
Okay. So this guy that we're bringing on, Alberta man, is, so I think he's got a lot of experience with addictions. And he spent a lot of time talking. Me and him went back and forth a little bit, but he spent a lot of time researching addictions and addictive things and things that are addictive.
Anything else?
And fluoride.
And fluoride. Perfect.
All right. So you ready to talk? Okay,
So
why don't you start off by reading what he sent you?
Yeah, you know what he said? Let me refresh your memory and tell everybody else. He said, I condensed all my research down into about a 1 minute read. If you want me to read this, it's going to take me the rest of the fucking show. This is like 4 pages.
Okay, send it to me. I'll condense it into a 1 minute read.
Okay. Oh, it might be super interesting information, but I'm a bad reader. I'm kind of a retard, dude. Oh, I got to find you here. There we go.
This is great.
There you go.
Okay. Tylenol?
So
Study-
Tylenol. So we're just gonna condense everything, and then he's gonna come on and explain everything.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. All right. I needed to talk to this guy. Alberta man.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what a fucking minute is?
Look, okay. I just wanted you guys to read the studies, not the actual stuff underneath it.
Then why did you send it?
Well, the whole thing is it's a whole package. But don't read the other stuff.
But don't read the other stuff. So what? Am I skipping around, or what? What am I reading
Okay.
and not reading?
So here's what we're gonna do,
Yeah.
Alberta man.
Okay.
I am going to ask. I'm going to give you 30 seconds on the timer. No,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a minute on the timer because I'm in a giving mood. You're
Okay.
gonna give us a condensation. Is that right?
Condensation.
You're gonna give us condensation. 1 minute.
All right.
Hold on, that's
On the
bad.
action of Tylenol.
On
Okay.
whatever it is you're bringing to the table.
Go.
All right. So there's a lot of information in the last 10 years showing that Tylenol doesn't work like the other over-the-counter pain medications. One study has shown that unaware, like not consciously aware, it has the ability to diminish empathy, has the ability to diminish hurt feelings taken over a course of 3 weeks, has the ability to suppress both positive and negative emotional arousal. Some other ones. It increases risk taking. I'm trying to remember the other one. Actually, let's just leave it at that for now, just because I'm kind of forgetting the rest. But that's the important stuff. Like even if you just read study 2, that's the biggest one.
So all of your research has been surrounding Tylenol.
Time.
No. So 5 years. Initially, I started studying addiction out of desperation, but eventually that kind of grew out into studying neuroscience, behavioral psychology, and I touched quite a wide spectrum of stuff from Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, anxiety, schizophrenia, cognitive enhancement, just a lot of stuff like that.
So explain to me what you mean when you say you studied all those things.
So what I do is NCBI is like a open source medical database that is global, is international. And usually when I search for a topic, I will put whatever the topic is, NCBI. And how I came across that Tylenol research was I put in empathy and just went through the medical data books, and Tylenol kept showing up over and over again. So I clicked them, and then I started finding this almost concerning information that this is on the shelf for everybody to use freely.
Okay, so why does fluoride make us crazy?
All right. So originally, I actually never came across fluoride in any of my research. But Anthony kind of pushed me to think, he's like, all right, I'm going to look this up.
So you're telling me all this research has happened the genesis of your research is this show?
A little bit, some of it at least.
How much flat Earth stuff did you come across?
I didn't come across any flat earth stuff, but I did come across the pineal gland and the third eye stuff.
Awesome.
You know? So for fluoride, let's see. So in terms of actually studying populations, it's not easy to come to a good conclusion. So rat models and pharmacokinetics are the best option.
I don't know what those. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Did you say brat models?
Rat models.
Okay, are black people more susceptible to fluoride? How can we control the black people?
More fluoride.
You need to get them to brush their teeth more.
Like, do we need to invent like menthol fluoride, menthol toothpaste?
Yeah, put some arsenic in the water.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So is there evidence that fluoride is a mind control drug, like I said, and the frogs are gay, like Alex Jones said?
Mind control? No.
Damn.
IQ diminishing? There's evidence for it, yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm blaming everything on fluoride. That's why I'm such a dumbass.
all right. So fluoride is a cat ion, I think you would say it. So the brain relies on both chemical and electrical signals. And the electrical signals are calcium, sodium, potassium, and chloride.
Okay. 100% guaranteed this isn't going to work.
Don't worry.
I'm interested in what you're saying, but
Yeah,
Like,
I'm trying to like just keep it simple. So with those four, fluoride is also an ion, but it does not belong there. Okay.
Go on.
Sorry. So this is just so off. So it's just sorry. Go ahead.
Would you like me to make it like even just a bit simpler? Or-
I'd like you to make a dick joke or something.
All right.
Do you know any? Do you know any fluoride dick jokes?
What
Fluoride
about
and
this,
sperm.
Anthony?
What's that?
Would you be interested in recording, like, I guess a bonus where it's more just a special about this?
Yeah,
Just fluoride?
absolutely.
Okay,
I
you
mean,
just set that up and then let me know and I'll put
just
it out.
This in general.
Okay.
So, okay, I probably already know the answer, but what led you to studying addiction or being interested in studying addiction?
Okay. It's probably a little bit more. So I've been on Adderall for 10 years.
Holy crap! All right.
Yeah. Having amphetamine course through your veins for 10 years does some serious damage. And my girlfriend, she was an alcoholic for 8 years. She got clean, and for about 8 months, she stayed clean. But she decided to see her sister, but instead of visiting her sister, she went to a friend's and died of an overdose on alcohol and cocaine.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
When was this?
So her death was about 2 years ago now. So that kind of pushed me towards it a lot.
Yeah.
Ha! I don't know what to say, man. Like,
Oh, it's all good. No, I don't. It's something that has just pushed me towards what I know now.
So do you still take Adderall now?
Yeah, like I'm pretty hooked into the stuff. Like I can't go without it almost.
okay.
What were you taking it for?
That was for ADHD, and because throughout my life I was unable to hold a job. I was not ambitious. I just couldn't survive in this world that we live in. So I seen a doctor, and he prescribed me Adderall, and it worked really well for the first 4 years. But then the tolerance built up, and he kept increasing the dose, and then eventually, like, the depression kicked in. So then he gave me antidepressants, and then those didn't work. So he maxed out my antidepressant. When that maxed out, he gave me another antidepressant. There was one point I was on 5 medications.
Jesus Christ.
Because he was just drugging the fuck out of me. Eventually, he just he got sick of me showing up. He said, "Don't come back here. These apparent problems that you're telling me don't. I've never had issues like this before."
So have you gotten another girlfriend since that one?
I've tried. I feel like I'm a little broken after everything, but I'm so introverted that, well, especially with COVID, it's been hard to meet new people.
God, I find that hard to believe, man. You're like, if I looked like you, I would be just smashing everything.
Smashing everything. Oh man. I don't know. Like maybe. Oh, sorry.
No, I would say for the people that don't know, he looks like he should be like a lead singer of like an emo band or something.
Doesn't he look like a masculine Adam Levine?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's a good way to put it, really.
Masculine Adam. Oh, man. No, I guess my self-confidence is has been diminished because.
Would it help if I told you to get over it?
Okay, I think I'm getting over it now.
I gave somebody some advice on a Dear Flabby that my life is awesome. Does that help?
I
Okay.
look up to you guys now.
Do you watch the Dear Flabbies at all?
I do, yes. I haven't watched the most recent ones because I've been trying to catch up on the Patreon. So because most of them are on the YouTube, right?
Yes.
At this point, they're all over the fucking place.
There's like 12 different places you can find them. It's
I
cool.
would I would just suggest that you dedicate more time to our show and less time to research.
Jeez.
Oh shit.
But
No.
for now, I am sad to say that I think we're going to cut this conversation short, and we are going to set something up where it'll be dedicated to this conversation. So there's
Yeah, I wasn't really ready for a like serious conversation. I didn't realize that it was. I'm more than interested in having the conversation. I think it might be better just me and you have a conversation. We can put
Oh,
that
for
out.
sure.
It'd be interesting.
Totally. I can definitely have that. It's no problem.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because if anything, that's probably the only interesting I can really offer outside my addiction stories and being an SJW.
I would love to hear about you being an SJW.
look, let's go down that road. Maybe
Yeah.
that'll have less scientific terms in it.
All right.
When you labeled yourself an SJW who was overly sensitive, so
Yeah.
were you one of those people, part of the Twitter mob that would go out and attack people like me?
So I wouldn't go out of my way to attack people, but if someone ever did make me feel attacked, I would go out of my way to make sure like somebody else who maybe was like in a higher authority knew about it so they could do something to address the situation.
Dude, what do you mean higher authority?
Come
You guys
on,
rank each
man.
other?
It's like a teacher, a boss, like
So
Yeah.
you were kind of like a hall monitor.
almost,
No,
yeah.
wait a minute. So do you
Or-
mean like trying to find my boss and contacting them? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, Like
oh,
it-
you motherfucker.
Those are the worst.
I know.
So what made you like realize that what you were doing and stop, basically, or did you? Was this a big plot to get us canceled? Trying to find
Yeah.
out where we work.
Well, so like I guess started out high school, I was left leaning SJW. Like I was very proud to be a socialist. Like I was almost thinking that communism was like the way to go.
Yeah.
And I think the first wake up call was my first girlfriend, not the addicted one, who was the same as me, but a man hating feminist who just happened to be attracted to men. Yeah.
How the fuck does that work?
So was she crazy? Was she like crazy in the sack?
No. She actually tried to instill into me that sex was wrong and bad. Yeah. So I started to label myself as asexual.
Just because she wouldn't put out?
Well,
So
yeah.
so why was she attracted to men? She thinks sex is wrong,
Mhm.
but she's attracted to men.
Yeah.
How long
Like-
were you dating her for?
That was a relationship for at least a year and a half.
Did
It
you?
was
So you were asexual for a year and a half?
like sex was so infrequent that it was almost just not a thing. Like it happened occasionally, but
I can relate.
Wow. So you're like, I like sex, and she convinced me that I'm asexual. Maybe socialism's not the way.
yeah.
Fuck you, Bernie.
I'm not seeing the connection.
So as the relationship progressed, like people constantly were telling me that like it was apparent that she was manipulating me and changing, like making me feel like
Bad.
under her, right?
Yeah.
Like that I was like a man and therefore as a man I'm inferior.
Sure.
But the thing is though, like at the end of the relationship, she kind of just tossed me aside after she kind of got, she had bigger fish to fry and like,
Was she
sorry.
super hot?
no,
Did she have hairy armpits?
sometimes.
That's why you didn't fuck her.
Did she shave her head?
She never went that far, but she did keep it short sometimes.
Oh,
So, yeah, after that relationship, I had like I don't know what you call it, like maybe an epiphany. I kind of like retrospectively looked at the relationship and was like, I can't believe I fucking went through this. Like, this is wrong. This doesn't feel natural. And it was that second girlfriend, the one who passed away, showed me like how things probably should be. Like, I was actually treated like a man. I was actually shown that sex is actually good. It's actually not something to be ashamed of.
Sure.
And now, jeez. So now I have this like understanding how I was and what that life was like. But the thing is, though, I may be an example of how this culture can fuck with someone, because even though I have this self-realization, I'm still pre-programmed to be easily triggered. Like, anything's an attack. Anything can hurt my feelings at
So
any given
why do
time.
you listen to our show?
I think it's funny.
that was a simple answer. I think it's funny. so,
You know,
so were you worried about coming on? Were you worried that that Doug was gonna reach through the screen and choke you or something?
I had a feeling. It was just like, man, I hope this like stupid triggering shit does not impede any ability of mine to speak or just make me want to cry.
So, okay, so you're telling me that there's something that we could say that could get you, that could trigger you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Unrelated to that. What was it back when you were a social justice warrior that you would find yourself getting the most agitated with?
I remember one example.
Was it faggots?
Must have been the retards.
Jesus Christ.
You just opened yourself up, man.
No, that's all good. Hey, look, this is how you develop thick skin, right?
I wouldn't know anything about developing thick skin. I'm a thin-skinned bitch, so.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I remember one time.
Hold on, I've got a book behind me just for this occasion.
Oh, yeah, this book, eh?
So, okay, let me first, before he reads off something out of this book, do you ever feel the need to shut the show off when you're listening to it? Like, this is just too much.
There was a few times where I
please
felt.
Please tell me which ones. I really want to know.
Oh man.
Is it like 9/11 stuff? Does that bother you?
No, I live in Canada.
Because we have a 9/11
I
story.
don't care about 9/11.
Well, what? Okay, we could. What's the fucking exchange rate? Like a 12.15? I don't know.
Oh yeah, the exchange rate always offends me.
Me too.
Fuck you.
Jeez.
So I need to know which ones did you have to shut off?
So I actually never shut off an episode. Rather, I just I had to kind of just say like, don't be a fucking pussy. So,
I gotta know which ones.
Yeah, like, dude, you're fucking killing me. What?
Okay, there was one where Anthony was
Why's it
writing
gotta be
on
me?
addiction. Like you were saying that somebody deserved to die from it. It was a really early episode.
But
Yeah.
I'm sure I meant it. I don't remember.
All right, so none of the racial stuff bothers you at all.
No.
But if we talk about a fucking crackhead, then you got a fucking issue with us.
Of course. Someone once did an ADHD joke on me, and that was probably one of the most offensive things in my life.
Really?
Yeah, ADHD people need to go to concentration camps to focus. I found that really offensive at the time.
That's funny. What's wrong with that? Come on.
Yeah. Well, retrospectively, that's actually pretty funny. Back then, though, I was fucking.
You want me to explain to you why you're one of the worst types of people?
Okay,
I do.
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay, so 9/11, thousands of people were needlessly killed. We make fun of that. You don't give a shit because, as to quote, I'm Canadian.
I'm Canadian. Fuck you, Americans.
We can talk about races. Like, we've got cops kneeling on necks all over this fucking country, and it
All they
doesn't
do.
bother you. That's part of their training. And you don't even care because you're not a cop, nor are you black. But if we talk about fucking ADHD, it sends you off the fucking deep end.
You bet.
Can you imagine if this is the call that gets me fired? Is he tracks down where I
Something
work
about
at
diabetes.
and starts and he plays a clip of oh, fuck. This is,
Yeah. Well, it's a piece of shit for sure. And like I was constantly giving we call it affirmation that was the right way to think.
So that's the worst. So do you know that you know of? Did you ever get anybody fired?
No. No. Most of my tattletaling was back in like the late later years of high school.
So when I was a kid, my grandpa was in Vietnam War or World War II or Korean War or I don't know, some war. And he was a gunner pilot in like a helicopter. He shot the gun out of the helicopter. And the first thing I asked him when he told me that was, "Did you ever kill anybody?" And his answer was almost exactly what you just said. No. Like, I think you're lying. How many people did you get fired?
Anthony, hold on. What did you just say?
Nah, I
Your
don't
dad
remember.
did?
No, my grandpa. He was in a war and he shot people out of a
'cause
helicopter.
That's what my dad. My dad was a gunner in a
Really?
helicopter in Vietnam.
Huh.
So
Wonder if they
maybe
maybe we're related.
no. So if my dad and your grandpa,
Had a baby.
no, if they're the same person, that means I'm your dad.
That would be awesome. You go with same person. I go with had a baby. I like my story better.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They're all different stories. No,
Okay.
You only
All
disappear.
right.
So we will. I would like to do an episode with you. I think that'd be fun. We'll have a conversation. But
Oh, for sure.
maybe fun isn't the right word, but interesting.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't quite sure if the information I knew was actually appropriate for the show or not.
It's not.
So
That's okay.
have
It's interesting still.
adjustment. So
Hey, Alberta man, what about? So one of my biggest pet peeves when we have guests on is, and this sounds so fucking stupid coming from me, but if the mic quality is really bad, I find it super distracting.
Yeah.
Anthony, are you picking up the bad quality?
I mean, it just sounds like sounds like a crappy mic, kind of. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So what about having a reoccurring show with him? Like, because I think it would be fun to talk through some of my addiction problems.
Sure.
okay.
I just don't want to do it on this episode.
Well, yeah. The main thing for me was that I came into this not thinking this was where the conversation was going to go. So I was like, I was ready to make fat jokes about John. That's what I was saying before we went on air. I told Doug I wanted to call John, make fat jokes about John, but then, this is the direction that it went. So
Alberta man, are you in a position where you can pick up a mic that doesn't suck?
For sure. Like I would probably need some recommendations from people, but I can definitely look into that.
So I'll send you a mic recommendation. It's less than $100.
Okay.
Actually, maybe we could get Boomer Bob to send you one of his 47 fucking microphones.
he's got so many of them.
all right.
Alrighty.
But we will talk again, I assure you.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
Oh, it's all good.
Yep. Thanks for coming on.
Hey.
What?
Oh no, I was just saying it was fun. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay.
All right.
I was honestly more interested in the social justice shit than
Oh, me too. I at that point, yeah. But the addiction stuff is interesting. It's just I was not ready for that conversation. I wasn't really planning on a conversation like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, so now we are in a conundrum.
Uh-oh. What's the conundrum?
we have to figure out how to transition from fluoride science talk and go to a story without saying that we're going to a story. And we can't use the, hey, hello. We can't use the, hey, did you hear about?
Uh-huh. Why?
Because you said you didn't like that.
Well, I mean, if we have to, we have to.
All right, fuck it. You know, this can't get any worse.
I disagree.
Did you hear about that damn explosion?
No, what damn explosion? What exploded?
I don't know that it ever says it in the article. It's really fucking weird. And this is one of them articles where there's a lot of fucking cussing,
Yeah.
which seems very unprofessional. 2 workers were killed in an Oklahoma dam explosion Thursday night. A dam agency official said.
That's a weird way to write it.
This author is very angry.
Damn agency official.
The bodies of the contractors who have not been identified were recovered from damn Friday morning. The contractors were about 80 feet down from the top of the fuck it.
Where were they? Where were they at? Damn, dude, come on. Where were they at?
It never says where they were at. There's just cussing.
Executive Vice President said John was executive. Yeah. Trying to find out where they were.
All right, that went as well as I thought it would.
Genius. We're so smart.
Hey, Anthony, do you think it would be funny to read this headline as there was a dam explosion and then speculate on why they never included the location of the explosion?
What did I say?
I think it's funny. It will be really stupid, but that's part of why it's funny.
There's a peek behind the curtain for everybody. That was literally the show prep for this week. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, thanks for your money.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. I want to get your KFC food glitch.
All right.
I'm curious what you think about this. Student jailed after using KFC app glitch to order $6,500 worth of free chicken. So he found a way to place an order using a coupon in a different app.
Yeah.
And he could switch back and forth to where he never lost his voucher.
Oh.
So he could just keep getting free food. And he ended up giving this cheat or whatever to his friends.
Yeah.
And when it was all done, like say a month and a half, they were able to trace $15,500 worth of, it's not dollars, it's squigglies or whatever, but $15,500 worth of food before they were stopped. Do you think that he should be penalized?
Absolutely not.
Okay. This week at court, in Shanghai, he was jailed for 2.5 years and fined $700, while his friends were jailed for between 2 years and 13 months.
Jesus Christ. How are you going to go to jail for 2 years just for exploiting an app that they put out there?
Right. So if my thought is they shouldn't be held criminally liable at all.
Yeah.
Like if they didn't hack or code or whatever fancy word the kids are using nowadays, if it was just the app wasn't secure,
right,
then that's their own fucking fault.
So what it depends, like you said, it depends on how they did it. If he like found an app on the internet that like somehow exploited, you said he switched back and forth between 2 apps or something. That was confusing.
Between April and October, he effectively managed to generate endless free food vouchers by switching between the KFC app and the company's store on China's equivalent to WhatsApp.
Yeah. So how is that illegal?
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like he went in and like a backdoor Matrix type deal.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean that. So when they put you in jail, I know this is China, so the rules don't apply. But when they put you in jail, don't they usually say, "We're putting you in jail because this is the crime that you committed, and here it is on the books, right here. You can't do this." Like, what law would possibly say you can't use both apps at the same time? It's like that doesn't make any sense.
So they got admitted to committing fraud is what they got popped for.
But how is it fraud if you can just say maybe they wanted me to get free food as like advertising or something?
So the funny thing is he would buy buckets of chicken and then sell it to his friends for half price.
Oh, is that what he was doing? I think that might be illegal.
No, but maybe they wanted it to be out in the market, for advertising.
Yeah, for advertising. It's all for advertising. They're really trying to break into the Chinese market.
Do you think Chinese KFC tastes the same as American KFC?
No, absolutely not. Like, do you think that KFC is an American company? Those 11 herbs and spices is a secret and has been a secret since the beginning. They keep that shit in a vault. Do you think they're going to share that with the Chinese government? Come on. They altered something.
Well, they could. No, you're dumb. They could just make it here and ship it over there.
Yeah, and then let China like deconstruct it somehow, put it in a lab, and be like, "Oh, salt. That's 11
salt.
11 portions of salt.
That's paprika."
It's a guy in a lab. Oh, paprika.
I don't know that I know any more herbs and spices to put this.
Nope, salt, and paprika. That's it.
Ginger spice.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to share that information with China. They don't want that shit because China is notorious for intellectual property theft.
I wasn't even worried about that. I was talking about just the taste buds between our country and their country.
Oh,
like, would they even want Americanized KFC?
I don't know. Don't you think? And I'm being serious when I say this. Don't you think grease is like a universal flavor? I mean, like that's what it is. It's like grease. Tastes good to everybody, right? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I don't know. Ask one of the Mexicans that listen to this show if they.
Last time you were in China, did the KFC taste the same?
No, what I meant was like if grease is a universal flavor. So at the farmers market this weekend, we have real Mexicans in the area, and they sell their wares. And
like ponchos and shit.
I bought a dozen enchiladas.
Yeah.
And it's authentic Mexican food, which means it has no fucking flavor whatsoever.
I don't think that's what that means.
It is. All authentic Mexican food that I've had is fucking flavorless.
Is that you think that's why they use so much hot sauce?
Yes. Yeah. When I was down at the cartel hangout or whatever, when I was in Mexico, every place that we ate that was non-Americanized, it was just bland as shit.
So the Americanized place, did they have like a McDonald's and all that shit then?
They did, but we didn't go to any.
Did you go to any Americanized places?
Yeah, like a couple restaurants that were catering to non-Mexicans.
What I'd like to know if you can go to a Americanized Chinese restaurant in Mexico ran by black guys, if that'd be any good.
I've got nothing.
So many layers. It's so many layers to that onion. Do you think they grow watermelons in China?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, I don't know. I was just thinking. Have you ever seen a Chinese person eating a watermelon?
No.
Neither have I. It's a legitimate question, man. I know I hit on something when you say, what the fuck is wrong with you?
In China, the majority of watermelon is produced in the Gansu province, where the climate is favorable for its cultivation. The fruit produced here is excellent quality because of the special... Okay, so yeah, they do.
Damn.
That's it. That shuts you down.
Can you? How many black people live in China? That's a serious question.
Are they? They wouldn't be called African Americans if they live in China, right?
I sure hope so. Never been to America in their life.
Oh. You're gonna have to fill the time while I look.
Oh, I thought you found it. So, did they call them just Chinese Africans? African Chinese? I don't. What the fuck would they call them? Africans? Maybe they just call them Africans. I don't fucking know.
Okay, so let's say that I come up with a number. Where are you going from there?
I hadn't thought that far ahead yet.
Okay, then I'm not going to even investigate anymore.
I thought you found it and you're not going to tell me because I got nowhere to go. It's not easy to find. I figured it would be easy to find, like 16.
Okay, do you want to try it?
No, I don't. I just assumed that it would be easy. You would be able to find a list with all their names and addresses. Like, that's how few there is. They know all of them.
I would be perfectly content spending the next 20 minutes waiting on you to figure out how many black people live in.
So you typed in how many black people are in China?
Yes.
And it came up with?
Just the Chinese population. Anthony, it's dead, okay? We're not going to ever know this.
I don't know that I can live without knowing that. Did the Chinese people ever have slaves?
Oh, fuck.
I just want to see what I can get you to Google.
All right.
What's the state flower of Florida?
How to know when it's time to end your podcast. You're no longer okay. 7 signs it's time to quit your podcast.
Oh, let's go through these.
Okay.
All right.
Number 1, you're no longer motivated.
All right.
I think our show prep today speaks to that.
Uh-huh.
Number 2, you're no longer passionate.
That's not true. I'm always passionate. I kiss the shit out of this podcast.
You're no longer, your topic has run its course.
No. There's
a big
lots
one.
of black people and transes and
Your
kinds of shit.
podcast no longer brings you joy.
Oh, that's not true. This is fun as hell.
For who?
I just told you me. I speak for myself. And whatever the other guy, Alberta man.
I speak for me and Alberta man. You no longer have the time for your podcast.
I'm not busy. I got nothing going on.
You don't have time to,
What?
every fucking time, every single motherfucking time. I say, dude, all right, we're going to have to split some of these tasks up and you're going to have to do some of it. We end up just paying somebody else to do it.
What? That only happened like 4 times.
My favorite was when you said, Doug, I'll take care of the website. I got it.
I do.
Next thing I know,
is it not taken care of?
Next thing I know, you send me a message. It's like, hey, so I found a guy that's going to do it for us and we just got to pay him. Yeah, that's what people do, dickhead.
Right. So it's taken care of. All right. What's the next one?
You can't keep up with demands of your podcast.
Oh, I think we both do okay with that.
You motherfucker. You want to change direction.
No.
Yes.
What, you want to do a
think
cooking
so
show?
differently on all of these.
What? How would you want to change the direction? Do you think that we have the... Okay, back it up. Let me lower my voice. Do you think that we have the ability to do a podcast in any other way than this?
Okay, so here's where you went astray in your thought process.
All right.
You said we.
Yeah, you are kind of dead weight.
I would like to keep podcasting.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Oh. All right. All right. Fine. Let me ask you this way. Do you think that you have the ability to do any other kind of podcast than this?
Yes.
Like what?
fuck it. The options are endless.
Yes.
Name a podcast.
The options are endless, but you don't have the ability to do any of them. That
Oh,
makes the options very limited for you.
You're out of your fucking mind.
You can't even carry on a conversation with our guests. You told
I
the
didn't
guy
wanna talk to him.
before we. So what kind of podcast are you going to do? Every week it's the same. I don't want to talk to this. I don't want to do this. Why don't you tell me what you want to do and we'll see if we can go that direction.
I don't like where this conversation's going.
Perfect. Let's try that. All right, what's the next one?
That's it. That was 7.
Oh, that was 7. So what did we come up with a conclusive answer?
I guess we're going to keep going.
Yes. I'm so excited.
It's like it's the first day all over again.
I say
Okay,
we go.
what about taking a vacation? Like a break?
Okay, for how long?
I don't know, 6 months?
I don't know if that's how that works.
I'm serious. Okay, so don't you think that after 5 years we deserve a break?
For how long?
6 months.
No.
We'll come back new and improved.
Yeah, new and improved and have to start all the way at the bottom again. I don't know that we have the stamina to build up an audience again.
But hold on. What if we just continue doing Patreon episodes? So once a week.
Why though?
A break.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't even make any sense. Who's going to pay for one episode a week?
That's what they pay for now.
No, they pay for 2.
No, they get one free, dummy.
Yeah. And then if that one's not there, they're paying for 1. Dummy.
Which is fine. Whatever.
So how is it a break if we're still doing it?
I'll call in sick.
Wait, we could do that? I didn't know we could do that.
Okay. What about you take a week off, then I take a week off?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's it? I thought there was going to be more. But that how would we do that?
So I wouldn't when you're recording, I wouldn't be there, and then when I'm recording, you wouldn't be there.
So we're taking
See?
2 weeks off. Is that what you're saying?
I'm serious.
What? What are you serious about? You're saying ridiculous things and then saying you're serious.
Taking a week off is not a ridiculous thing.
But that's not what you said.
It is what I said. I take a week off, then you take a week off.
And then the other weeks when the other person doesn't take a week off, then we take that week off too.
No,
so we're taking 2 weeks off.
motherfucker. I take next week off. You take the week off after. Then we come back.
So we're taking 2 weeks off.
No, you're fucking retarded. You are so fucking retarded.
Okay, so who's taking next week off?
Me.
Okay, so what happens when you're not here?
You find somebody to record with you.
Why though?
Because I won't be here,
None of
and
this-
nobody wants to listen to 2 hours of you just breathing.
None of this makes any sense.
What do you mean it don't make sense?
Why do you you got big plans?
No, I just said, motherfucker, I just said 5 years, we deserve some time off.
And you asked me, we've been doing this 5 years, do we deserve it? And I said no. That's not how any of this works. You build an audience. You don't just build an audience and then just say, we're not going to do it anymore.
I didn't say we're not going to do it anymore. I said we're going to take a week off.
You said no. Ugh. I have no interest in doing this with somebody else, with another host. So we can take 2
Fact.
weeks off or no weeks off.
No, you can take week off.
I have no interest in you using my intellectual property with somebody else.
Yeah, all right. Did you hear about the 9/11 rule?
I didn't hear what you said. Oh, shit. What did you say?
Okay. I said, did you hear about the 9/11 rule?
No.
Would you like me to tell you?
Please do.
Maxine Waters abused post 9/11 rule to get VIP concierge service
Convergence.
on flight to attend Derek Chauvin trial. She abused the post 9/11 rule. 9/11 rule. Is that like
9/11 rules?
Hey, we called no running planes into buildings.
We called it. We called dibs on that building, and you ruined it. What the hell's a 9/11 rule?
So I just wanted to crowbar that joke in. That was I don't
That
even
was
care
the whole.
about the
That
story.
was it. All right,
Yeah.
next story. Perfect. Well, it worked.
That was the only reason I put it up there. I'm like, okay, 9/11 rule. Hey, we called.
I love that. Did you hear about that damn explosion? That was my favorite. And it went just as good as I had hoped it would.
So that's what bothers me. You know, I come up with these great fucking comedy genius premises,
Yes, that was epic.
and it's like you go out of your way to make sure that they fall flat. Like, Okay.
I played along. How did I ruin that bit?
I'm gonna tell you.
All right.
We're doing the damn explosion bit again.
All right.
Except now you're gonna play the part of the person that brought it up, and I'm gonna be the reactor.
Okay. Ready?
Ready?
Hey, did you hear about the workers in Oklahoma that died in the damn explosion?
No. What exploded?
I don't know. It doesn't say. This whole article's crazy. It's just a bunch of cussing. It's really unprofessional the way they wrote it. Isn't that what you said? I'm trying to remember what you said.
You're doing pretty fucking fine. So tell me about it.
I don't know. There was a damn explosion, and let me see here. 2 workers were killed in Oklahoma. Damn explosion Thursday night.
Yeah,
I
all
fucked
right.
that up.
You did as good as you could do.
Oh, I see. It's not so easy, is it?
Nope. That's like, yeah, this is a stupid fucking premise.
That's why we came back to it twice. Let's see if we can get it back in one more time before the show's over.
Hey, is he still? He is. Alberta man,
Huh? What?
Oh, what?
did you hear about that damn explosion?
No. I wasn't even listening. What's going on?
There was a damn explosion.
Oh. Was it serious?
I mean, it was a damn explosion.
Well,
All right.
See? Now, are you happy that you're working with me, aren't you? Huh.
All
That
right.
was awesome.
Now I'm calling John,
Perfect.
and I want you to ask him if he heard about the damn explosion.
Perfect. It's amazing.
Oh, fuck me.
Uh-oh. You get blocked.
Hold, please.
All right. That was fucking amazing, man.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Fuck, it's not connected.
Damn it. Son of a bitch.
There we go.
Hello.
Hey, John, it's Anthony. How you doing?
All right. What's going on?
Nothing. I was just wondering if you had heard about this damn explosion.
What explosion? All right. Where's the joke? Go ahead.
There's no
That's
joke.
what we're trying to fucking figure out.
There's no joke. There's an article about this damn explosion, and it doesn't explain anything other than that.
Really? That's a tough one.
All right, thanks, John.
You're welcome.
Hey. Oh my god, that was worth it. I almost had the inflection wrong. Did you catch it? It was so close.
No, we're not calling my daughter to ask her if she's heard about the damn explosion. All right.
Oh shit.
Okay. Damn explosion. Check again.
Check. That was like 3 times. Check.
Uh,
Oh my god, that was great.
Tyler sent a story. Bucknell investigating horrific harassment of LGBTQ students. The university said a group of men tried to enter a house for gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender students last week.
How do you
Residents
think
said they
that
were
house
terrified
smells?
and said they were terrified and traumatized by the episode because he tried to enter it. Is that what?
I don't know. It's so stupid. Like somebody tried to get it. I think like there was 15 people trying to get it in their house or something.
In a letter to students, the university said a group of men harassed and intimidated residents of Fran's house. Of course, it's called Fran's house.
Fran's. Yep, right.
An affinity house for LGBTQ students, and tried to break into the building on Thursday night. In interviews, residents said they were terrified and traumatized by the episode. It is clear from multiple accounts that the students violated the physical space and, far more importantly, the residents' sense of place and security.
Doug, do you have a sense of place?
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either.
We cannot erase the ugliness and subsequent trauma of last night's transgression against the students. Okay, I want you to think about where we've come as a fucking nation. Who was that fucking killer that went into the sorority house and fucked and butchered all them women?
I don't know. I don't remember that.
Oh, fuck.
Was it from like the 70s or something?
Yeah.
Richard Ramirez?
That was the Night Stalker.
I'm not good with my serial killer
Sorority
trivia.
house serial killer.
It'll be awesome if that's what they called him. The sorority house killer.
Ted Bundy.
I don't know that that's right. I thought Ted Bundy went after the gay dudes.
No. 40 years ago today, on July 24th, Ted Bundy was found guilty of killing Florida State University students, blah, 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 at their sorority house. He broke into the Chi Omega sorority house in Tallahassee. That's not the one I was thinking of, though. Whatever. Anyways. If you think about where we were as a country there, where this guy breaks into a sorority house,
Yep.
butt fucks all these women, slit their fucking throat, just blood and shit and intestines fucking everywhere.
Right.
And they still went to school the next day. Nobody batted a fucking eye. And then here nowadays in this fucking gay house, they're shutting down the whole goddamn campus because they're traumatized.
That's what I was going to ask you. If they just somewhere along the way they changed the definition of traumatized. It's like they just say that for everything. This guy looked at me wrong. I was traumatized. This kind of it's different, but it plays right into that. Maybe you haven't even heard because maybe you don't spend as much time on there as me. But so did you hear about that? How Apple hired that guy, and then like a week after he started or whatever, he was like something to do with senior management at Apple or whatever, and all the employees wrote a letter saying how they felt unsafe with him working there because he had written a book where in his book he said some mean things about women or something. So they felt like the women weren't safe working with him. Did you hear anything about this?
No.
I guess this guy wrote, the book was called Chaos Monkeys or something like that. He wrote it years ago, and in the book, he was talking about women in tech or he said some sexist shit. It sounded like it was just like a joke, but Apple ended up firing him. They're like, all the employees wrote this letter saying that they were unsafe working with this guy because he had written sexist things. How can we work with somebody who feels this way about women? Apple's like, yeah, okay, we'll fire him. Jesus Christ, man. It doesn't make sense to me. You can just say, yeah, I feel unsafe. And then everybody's supposed to just kind of like give you what you want. I don't know. I feel unsafe when people don't subscribe to our Patreon. I don't know. I mean, I feel traumatized.
Traumatized. That's the word I was thinking
Yeah.
of.
Maybe we should start saying that.
Can we preemptively feel traumatized if we feel like somebody's coming after us for something?
Like before they even do it?
Yeah, like so let's say that somebody contacts our Patreon to take it down or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Can we preemptively send Patreon a message and say we're traumatized?
And yes, have all of our current patrons sign a letter that they feel traumatized along with us feeling traumatized because it's unsafe for them to take our content down because we keep people safe. There's got to be something here.
You know, maybe we're better off just coming up with our own Patreon service.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
I almost sidetracked that today, but you know, I got it right back on track. Yeah. Do you think maybe we should do a poll? Do you think that anybody would sign up for it if we did our own, basically?
So that what Anthony's talking about is we're trying to create our own service to get away from leaning on Patreon so we don't have to worry about getting taken down.
Right.
The problem is maintaining Supercast, Patreon, and then the Patreon alternative.
Right.
So we would want to get everybody to switch over to the new service. The problem is we have people that sign up for a year.
Yep.
So we would have to turn off Patreon.
Yep.
But still upload everything until all the subscriptions ran out or we just refunded everybody.
Or
I've already got the money spent, so.
or we could I don't know how hard that would be, but the people that are signed up for a year, just give them access to the new system for the rest of their time. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how all
What
that.
if we just record a year's worth of shows in one weekend and give it to them?
That'll be quality. Couldn't get any worse, I suppose. But so I'm just curious if maybe we like I don't know what the word is.
Take a vacation?
Maybe we overvalue ourselves, right? Or maybe we undervalue ourselves. Which one is it? Do we overvalue ourselves or undervalue ourselves?
I think it's both.
You think so? At the same time?
Yes.
I think you might be onto something. So what do we do about that?
Revalue ourselves.
All right, we're gonna revalue ourselves, and we'll get back to you guys. Doug wants a vacation, so we might not be back next week.
I'll be back. I just won't be happy to be here.
Oh shit! All right, you ready? You want to check him on Alberta Man one more time?
Alberta Man.
Yo.
Hi. Did you hear about that damn explosion?
Oh my god.
Hey-oh.
No, I still didn't hear about it. Tell me.
I don't just nothing to tell.
Oh, okay. You guys
All right,
wrapping
bye.
up the show?
Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
So
Oh,
we're done then?
I don't know. What else you got? You got anything? I mean, we're an hour in. We can whatever you want to do.
Enter a gay house. Check.
You don't have to go through stuff just to go through stuff. I mean, it's up to you.
No, I'm just cleaning up the board.
No, I know. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to learn to tighten this show up a little bit. Too many
Yep.
pauses.
Bye.
Bye.